Does accepting a situation mean giving up or settling? When we hear acceptance, it feels like defeat, so we resist it. But acceptance is a positive state. It does not mean settling, it means dropping the resistance towards what is. Whatever is present in front of us, it has already happened. It is in the here and now. But if we keep saying this is not acceptable, we deny it, then reality is only going to push back harder. I created a video around it called If We Don't Listen When the Universe Taps Us on the Shoulder, Then We Need to Be Ready for the Slap in the Face. And I will link that below. But the essence is that if we deny the reality in front of us, it will keep getting worse until we finally pay attention to it. Acceptance means surrendering and acknowledging reality the way it presents itself. It has happened. This is my experience. When we operate from this pattern, just this small act will provide a release within us. Try it. Now, we may want to label this as resignation, but it's a dropping of the resistance. There is a feeling of peace. Okay, this is it. I surrender to you. You are here. This is how we are acknowledging the reality in front of us. Now, we keep fighting reality so much, we keep swimming upstream, and so all our energy is caught up in this feeling of denial, in this feeling of non acceptance. Once we are ready to acknowledge reality, once we are ready to accept, then all this energy then gets freed up, and then we are open and we can use this energy to constructively look at the situation and make changes if necessary. Let's say someone is trying to quit a bad habit, smoking or drinking, or they are trying to lose weight and they hear this term, accept the situation. It may feel to them as if they are giving free rein to their bad habit, and it may cause them to go into a downward spiral because so far they have been trying so hard to combat the problem and they have not been able to do that. And if they accept the situation, it may only get worse. But we are not accepting the bad habit, we are only accepting the situation. What that means is we are acknowledging that so far, whatever we have tried to overcome this bad habit or this addiction, it has not worked. So we are accepting our powerlessness, we are accepting our failure over this situation. And this is not a negative connotation. We are actually acknowledging that whatever we have used in the past has not helped us to move the needle. So then that gives us that conscious assessment of the situation where we can then sit back and think, okay, all my tries so far have not worked out, so maybe I need to think in a different direction. I need to find some other resources which will make this change possible. So we are only acknowledging our failure so far. We are not saying to give up. We are not saying that we should just let this negative habit rule our life. We are only acknowledging that so far we have not been able to make progress, and that way we can then consciously take a look at this situation from a different light, and then maybe it's possible for us to make changes in the right direction. So, first step is to accept the situation. Now, when we accept the situation, it's going to come with its own gamut of emotions. So far, we were denying the situation, we were keeping all these emotions at bay. But once we accept that this situation has happened, this is my reality, then this situation will come with its own emotions. So, if it was a loss of a loved one or a loss of a job or a relationship, then you will have those emotions of grief and sadness. If it was a betrayal by someone, then there would be emotions of anger. If it was a failure at a particular thing that you tried, then that will have its associated emotions of hurt. If it was a habit that you were trying to overcome and you were not able to, then it would come with its emotions of defeat and powerlessness. So sit in this space, process these emotions, and if it is too much for you, if it is overwhelming, then do it with a coach, a therapist, use mindfulness techniques, or do it with a loved one. So process these emotions, give them space, feel these sensations in your body, we need to move through this space in a timely manner. We need to give space to all these emotions so that they can be expressed. We were just bottling them down because we were not ready to face reality, but now, since we are accepting this situation, we need to let these emotions come up and then release them slowly over a period of time. And once we do this exercise, once we acknowledge and accept these emotions, it's going to be a cathartic experience where once all this energy is released, then it will naturally make way towards you being able to take the next step. Now, the next step could be, if something happened in the past and you cannot change it, then it would be either forgiving yourself or the other person over that particular event. If it's a situation that can be changed, like a relationship, then come up with resources to change it. Consciously look at how this can be addressed. Use therapy, counseling, coaching, set specific boundaries, talk to your partner, or maybe reassess whether you want to be in this relationship or not. So, consciously address this situation now. If it's a habit that you've been trying to change, acknowledge where you are, see what has worked in the past, see what are the areas of improvement for you, what are your blind spots, and then reach out to others, coaching, therapy, or others who have gone through similar scenarios. Find out tools, trainings, and reach out to support groups, and then slowly come up with a new path so that you can now take different step than what you have taken in the past, and then you can move the needle in the right direction. But if you're not able to change the situation, let's say you have a job or you are in a relationship which are addressing some needs within you, and because of one reason or the other you cannot change your job or you cannot leave the relationship, then consciously acknowledge that you choosing this situation for yourself. You are not here because you are a victim of the situation or you are just caught in the circumstance. Now it's a conscious choice because now you're accepting it, and you also understand that you are here because it is fulfilling some need within you. Now, when we do this, when we consciously acknowledge our role in a situation, then we can free up all the energy that is caught up in self blame or this feeling of resistance toward the situation, because now it's a conscious choice. But again, that does not mean that we have to be stuck in this forever. Maybe because of whatever reason you cannot change the situation now, but you can still use resources, your mental faculties, to come up with the long term solution for your situation. So while you are here and you acknowledge that it is serving some need within you, you can still work on that long term goal for yourself where you finally reach that state which serves you in a positive way. So if you're not able to change a situation, then move forward with acceptance, as if you have chosen it consciously, because now you are choosing it consciously. So ultimately, when we accept a situation fully, when we accept reality the way it is, then we can consciously, objectively evaluate the situation and see what is out of alignment. And then we can take steps to change it. Or if we cannot change it, then we can change our attitude about it. And then we can change the way we are perceiving the situation, and that is a position of power. Then we are not playing as victims to reality or being stuck in the situation. Then we are owning the situation and looking at it from a place of power. So I hope this was helpful. Finally, I'm gonna leave you with the serenity prayer. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. Thanks for watching. Bye.